Ragnarok Origin. 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 Ragnarok Origin.
What? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the live stream, and we are going to witnessing who will be the third place and also the fourth place because we already done the top four, and aka the semi-finals. Back with Abigail as your host and caster for today, and I really wish you guys have a very good night today and a very exciting night because we're going to see who will be securing the third position and also the fourth position. How are you guys? How are you guys? I will keep reading the comment section, so just don't be afraid to drop your comments. And to open this very beautiful night, I'll give you a redeem code, which is Viking123, so you can just go redeem it and claim the rewards as well as use it for upgrading your character. And I think this is going to be very interesting because we almost reached the end of the Valkyrie Cup itself. The very, the very most fair play tournament in Ragnarok Origin. Gak bisa bahasa Inggris. It's okay if you can't speak English. But I'm sorry if I can't provide the subtitle. But, well, at least, yeah, try to learn it a little bit. As we can see on the final schedule, so we've been through a lot of matches in this Valkyrie Cup. We've seen the top 8, the top 4, and now we're trying to find who will secure in the top 3 and the top 4, which will be today's matches. And for the last matches of this Valkyrie Cup will be the grand final between Forward versus a Valkyrie Cup. So we're going to see first between Haha and 5 Elements in Best of 7 series who will be the champion. And this is going to be very interesting because these two teams is the team that I expected to proceed to the top 4. Because they kind of a very unique composition. They have a kind of solid and unique strategies as well. And since a Valkyrie Cup offers a very fair play style, and I believe there's going to be a lot of things that you can talk about, considering about these strategies itself, and not to mention the competition, because the competition in this Valkyrie Cup consists with a very mechanic heavy. But let's see the participant between each guilds. Like Haha contains with Patkai, Livio, Sorzuli, Eoni, and also Tuan Muda. On the other hand, with 5 Elements, we have Jikijung 01, the Thai player Karik Pops, and also another Jikijung. And I think 5 Elements, as far as I know, as far as I saw the performance during the top 8 series and it's also the top 4, they play with a very strong mechanic, but in terms of strategy, I haven't seen a lot of the pockets yet, because I don't think they dropped the trump card yet, because I mean the way they play it is all most of the time it's a very simple one. I mean, they just sort of try to play it slow and try to find an opening from the opponent, and once they find an opening, they just abuse it and not letting the opponent to start doing a recovery. So I think this pretty much simple kind of a strategy could be easily downed by Haha, because Haha, on the other hand, has a very versatile movement. But it is so sad to see Haha doesn't proceed to the grand final, to be honest, because I was rooting for them. I think Haha is the one who will proceed to the grand final, but sadly it's not. I mean, it is what it is. So have you guys redeemed the code? I hope so, because I would love to see you guys being happy with the code that I sent to you, because each time I stream Ragnarok Origin, everyone just asks me for a code, say codes here, codes there, where's my code, and there I gave you one code. And in case you guys missing what code it is, I'll type it on the live chat. It's Fighting123, and I'm going to pin it so you can go find it easier. Let me pin it for you, and ta-da! It's pinned. And don't forget to share this live stream, then to make a lot of people gather in here. And also, I would love to say thanks to the organizer for making this incredible event and for making this Valkyrie Cup exciting to watch. before we start the match, I think it's very crucial moment for these two teams because the different position, the different the price. Because each positions contains a different price pool, which will distribute it evenly, but not in a fair amount. And the very first game of Haha versus a 5 element will start soon as we going to see what kind of composition, what kind of ban and picks that they will play first. I think to ban mechanic, it will play an important role. But if you ban mechanics and leave your opponent to play with some squishy jobs like, for example, archbishops or warlock, it could give you an advantage. But in certain situations, could also give you an in disadvantage. But for the first game, I saw 4 mechanics from Haha. I saw it on top 8, but to see it in a battle of 3rd place and 4th place, I don't think it's early enough to see 4 mechanics at the very first battle of this only match of today. But let's see. 4 mechanics against 3 mechanics. It will be very interesting because you only have 1 archbishop to support 4 mechanics. So once the archbishop is down, it relies too much on the rest of mechanics. So let's see what happens. Because the very first game of Haha versus 5 elements already up. And now the opening, the momentum is led by Haha players as they secured several kills from 5 elements. On the other hand, 5 elements, they came with a very strong archbishops too, so it doesn't really matter if you kill 1 person or 2 because they just can resurrect it in time, and that's what makes them so strong in this very short battle. 10 points against 10 points against 4. I think this is very good on the Dark Element side. But it's time for Haha to think what will happen next if they lose the archbishops, if they don't have the archbishops on their hand. Because each time the archbishops fall, I don't see any specific movements, any new movements, any new approach from the Haha side. And it feels like this strategy is to rely on the archbishops. And I don't see any good synergies between every single mechanics, and more like the mechanics itself can't do any impactful movements for Haha side. So it's like dominated by a Vibe element. So by 92 against 8, I think this is going to be a very fast first game for Vibe elements. So sad that Haha couldn't execute the 4 mechanics pretty well. But on the other hand, with 5 elements and with 2 archbishops, it will provide you a very strong barricade of mechanics. The 3 mechanics is enough, and the solid heals and the solid resurrection from the archbishop will provide you, like it feels like the band and the Takashi's wall if you watch it when you were a kid. And that's it. The very first game, 100 against 16, and 5 elements just took the first game very easily, dominantly. Wow. I actually put a lot of expectations with the 4 mechanics because you can create a lot of momentums with the 4 mechanics. So you can go all in with your 4 mechanics with 1 archbishops. So you can just create a mess first instead of waiting for the opponent, and I think that's something that actually Haha's player did, but it doesn't turn well when the archbishops fall down. And to think that this kind of strategy, instead of relying to the mechanics but to the archbishops on the other hand, I think it will give you a big disadvantage because I don't see any reason why you should have 4 mechanics in your composition. Yeah, well, maybe they're trying to just trying to test the water. I'm not really sure because Best of N series opens a lot of storylines. You can test the water first. You can try to maybe create a unique compositions to give some kind of element of surprise towards your opponent. But I don't think these four mechanics executed really well on the Haha's hand. It doesn't a very bad composition, but it's just not executed really well. Because I've seen this kind of composition and I've seen which team executed it well. But I forgot which one. Is it Haha or Aha? Because they're practically the same. And it's very easy for Khan as the manager pilot to secure 10 kills. And I bet he's going to be a very solid MVP for the first game, boosting the morals from his team. And yeah, I mean, it's very obvious Khan will be the MVP of the very first game with a 7.4 ACS. And hello to every single person who gathered in this live stream. Now don't forget to share it. Don't forget to like it. Because this is going to be a very crucial moment for every single team that has been left in this Valkyrie Cup. We're all going to wait for the second game. Because the second game is supposed to be the comeback for Haha side. If they want to create some opening, some opportunity on their side. Because losing the very first game will give you a lot of disadvantages. Not to mention the moral boost, but also how you should recreate your strategy, or maybe rearrange your strategy list. Because it's on the best of 7 series, anything can happen. Anything can happen, except the 5 elements really use those 5 elements. I mean, the fire, the water, the earth, and the wind. What was the last one? The last elements. I'm not really sure. I consider 5 elements contains with the 5 players, which has a very different personality. And maybe that's something that makes them very strong. And to see how they secure the very first game is it sort of give me a very high expectations. Yeah, because I mean the opening movement from Haha side is good enough. I mean they secured it really well, but how they defend it is more magnificent. Because they really utilize the 2 archbishops on their hand. I mean, the moment their mechanics fall off, they just resurrected them, and they just keep going with the full stacks of the team. And that's the moment when they create a chaos slowly inside the Haha side. And sadly for Haha side, so I'm not a hater of 4 mechanics in one composition. But I think it's just not executed really well, as I mentioned before. Anyway, hello to you guys. Welcome to the live streaming of the top 4 Valkyrie Cup. We're going to witnessing will secure the top 4 and also not the top 4. Who will secure the top 3 and also the top 4. Anyway, in case you also want another thing on my live stream, not to mention the moderator, you can ask it. And we're just like going to wait for the second game, because it's the best of 7 series. And I think still can happen on Haha side, even though they're losing the second game. And now the second game is already up. They're gonna ban Dora ban. It's sort of a very good idea, because Dora basically is a very scary job. It's very flexible, offers a lot of things, and not to mention how they can create a storyline inside the game. For example, they can create a chaos by summoning here and there, and they just keep running away. But Haha trying to change a little bit their composition, which is very interesting because they brought 3 mechanics, 1 assassin, and also 1 archbishops. So these 2 people, I mean, the assassins and also the archbishops will play a very important role in here because the mechanic will be the decoy for the opponent. They will be the only tank for Haha side, and the assassin needs to find a very good momentum, a very good opening to slash the archbishops on 5 elements hand. On the other hand, the archbishops itself on Haha side will be burdened with a very very heavy job in here because these archbishops need to support the event next. Not to mention keep an eye to its assassin. Already 1-0? Yes, 1-0 dominated by 5 elements. 100 against 16 on the first game. It's very solid. More like an abomination for Haha side, even though they share the elegant perfection. And for the second game, the table turned to Haha side. Because on the first game, the opening was created by Haha, but was counter-attacked by 5 elements perfectly. And they just didn't let the momentum ease until they dominated Haha completely. But on the second game, things are different. Haha actually tried to secure more points more effectively, trying to secure 100 as soon as possible. But on the other hand, 5 elements is having a very hard time because the archbishop is getting hunted, but it is the mechanics that always been slashed by the assassins. And if you have no time, the archbishops will fall to the death. This is an RO that I know. Indeed, yes, this is Ragnarok Origin. It's a different version. It's a different version with the one that you played when you were a kid. And 90 against 16. This sort of giving me a deja vu. This going giving me a deja vu with the very first game. Where Asura strike, when Thunder strike, when Berserker strike, will Falcon assault. Well, Falcon will assault in somewhere. 2 points away to secure the second game for Haha side to make this score even. And Haha almost done their job. I think this competition is executed very well. I mean, look at the assassins. Look at the archbishops who are untouched. And the mechanic played a very good role in here as a decoy. And that's how Haha and the second game. Score is even now 1-1. And we're going to prepare for the third game. And I think this is a very interesting part. When you test the water, when you know what exactly is wrong in your strategy, in your movement, and at least you find a very important information, which is what kind of approach that your opponent usually do, and that's the information that hooked up really well on Haha side. They changed the competition a little bit, removing one mechanics, changed it to assassins to create a fear towards the 5 elements player. So if you see your opponent has one strong assassin, has a very elusive assassin, technically you stay close, and it's going to be easier for Haha side to just create a bombastic bombing against the 5 elements, and that's what happened. And the damage from Haha is a funnel against the mechanics from 5 elements, because once the five elements mechanics fall down, they just open the archbishops. Yes, indeed, the archbishops secure kills for 5 elements, but will be enough? I don't think so, because their life wouldn't stay long, because they didn't have the tanks, they didn't have the protection, and to protect themselves is already hard enough to think about, and they still have to protect their tanks. So it puts 5 elements in a very hard position, even though Count is still doing a very good job. But on the other hand, on Haha side, Sarzuli also play a very important role in here. I mean, every single mechanic in Haha side plays a very important role. They create a barricade, a very strong barricade, consists of the 2 mechanics and 1 merchant who provides a debuff against the opponent. And that's how the story begins. And congratulations for Zerzuli for securing the MVP of the second game. With 8.5 ACS, only 1 death and 1 flags taken. That's sort of giving me a deja vu what happened on the first game. But I think on the third game, we should try to change the 3 mechanics with 2 Archbishops because it's already well read by Haha side. So either you want to change it, either you want to change your composition, or you can just try to, try something different. I'm talking about the movements. I mean the kind of job that Valve Elements did on the very first game is already good enough. I don't think there's any blunder. I don't think there's anything that you need to adjust or improve. But I think you may try to use a different approach or by using a very different movement. So the very first thing that a Valve element should know is how they try to counterattack the different strategy from the opponent, and especially if the opponent bring 1 assassin. This RO is very different. Maybe I must play it. I want to understand it. Mobigil, are you playing it? Yeah, I played it. I played at 8.7. I usually change different roles. I always play as a priest, even though my friend said I don't look like a priest because they prefer see me using arcane instead of priest. I mean, look at my face. I'm a very demure, a very calm person who suits priest very well. Does my face look like I am much more suitable for arcane job? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. My face is more like a priest, the archbishops. I'm the archbishop class. I am here to support, guys. I'm here to support people. I'm here to heal people. I'm here to resurrect people. Well, the only job that I never touch is dancer. Yeah, the dancer. Because, well, yeah, dancer is a very cute character, a very cute job, but it's just not me. Yeah, it's just not me. So I don't have anything against dancer job. It's just not me. So either I go for warlock or for priest. And the third game is already up. Doram still banned in the third game, so I don't think we'll see any good Dorams in the third game. And it's okay. I don't speak good English too. Well, I'm not really sure when's the final of Valhalla, but let's say it's going to be held at November or December maybe. But let's see what will happen on the third game between Haha and Valve Elements. Will Valve Elements secure the second point on their side, or they just going to let the second point go to Haha's hand? And between these two teams, between Haha and Valve Elements, which one you're rooting for? I mean, Freddy, if you want to use Indonesia, it's okay. I can use Indonesia. I can speak 3 languages. Don't worry. Even though I speak broken Chinese, I can still understand you if you use Chinese. So don't worry. I can fully understand if you speak Indonesia. I can fully understand you if you speak English. Well, yeah, I can understand you even if you speak Chinese. But let's see what will happen on the third game as Aha already created chaos inside the Valve Elements player. They're using the very same strategy, the very same composition, and that's how Haha will abuse it. Even though they don't buff 2 archbishops, one assassin is enough. I mean, if one kind of strategy works for you, to securing wins for you, why not using the same one? And with 4 or 5 elements, it feels like they don't learn something from the second game because it's pretty much the same with what happened on the second game. Feels like a deja vu. The deja vu of the second game. I think if I should choose, what's the title of this Valkyrie Cup, Battle of the 3rd position and 4th position, I will choose the deja vu. Because the very first game is a domination for 5 elements. But on the second game, Haha created the same thing. It's a fully domination from Haha against 5 elements. So it feels like a deja vu, but using a different hand. But on the third game, it's like a deja vu of the second game, but I don't think so because 5 elements already find another way how to win this game because their points reaching and even above Haha's at now. So 56 against the 48, and Haha seems to find a very hard way now because they secured the early momentum, but I think once the 5 elements successful recovery and trying to regroup is the moment that they actually create a big problem in the middle of Haha's formation. The assassins killed continuously. 5 deaths is not good enough because this assassin plays a very important role to secure kills from 5 element archbishops to lessen the buffs towards the mechanics. And to see that the archbishops is untouched by this assassin, but the assassin instead, who are consistently falling down to the ground, is creating a very beautiful comeback for 5 element side. Anything can still happen. This is still everyone's game. As a 58 against 66, the gap is not really far. But Haha trying to regroup, trying to find a way how to utilize this assassin and actually almost work with 2 kills on their hand. But sadly, the 5 elements objective is to kill the assassin first, the biggest problem on the composition. And the gap point between these 2 teams is close as your relationship with your soon-to-be girlfriend. But I don't think it's going to be happen because the 5 elements keep trying to push their way into Haha's player. They wouldn't let the assassin play, but Surgery is still trying the best to securing kills, to provide points for Haha's side, and it's already lessened the gap between these 2 teams. Let's cheer them up because 74 against 80. The points is so small. The points is so tight, but 5 elements finally secured the second point from the third match. I really love the way how they try to secure the counter-attack, to be honest. I almost thought that this third game will be win easily by Haha's side, but it's a very surprising. It was very surprising to see that 5 elements can think in a very short time. Oh, let's secure the assassin first. Let's just bully the assassin first, and because once the assassin fall off, we can get our freedom, and that's what happened actually. The moment the assassin fall down consistently, 1 down, 2 down, 3 downs, and until this happened, that everything went smoothly for 5 elements. In this kind of situation, I would like to give one kudos to the IGL, because in the middle of a very chaotic situation, you need a very good leader. You need a very strong leader. A strong leader who could give you strong leadership. So his role wouldn't be giving a moral support towards their friends, but also giving a very rational command so they can secure and get out from the crisis. And that's what actually happened in the 5 elements side. And come once again, become the MVP from 5 elements side with less of ACS, but it's okay, I think. I mean, they still gotta win. I mean, to be able to get out from the kind of crisis is a part of skill. I wouldn't say it's a luck because Valkyrie Cup offers a very fair play alongside every single tournament Ragnarok Origin have. It doesn't rely on how big your character's power. It doesn't rely on how many people you have on your guild or how many strong people in your server you can get, but it requires a pure skill. Well, this is not a World Cup. The World Cup will be held on December, which we still don't know when. I mean the dates. But the registration is already open, so you may try if you want to try. If you want to try to secure the title of World Championship, you may go register. We're waiting for the fourth game. It's 2 against 1 for 5 elements and Haha. Finally, 5 elements find a way to lead the game again. And it's really nice to see a very nice comeback in the middle of the game, which executed by 5 elements. And seems like this one assassin strategy isn't enough to get you the second point. So I think you need to change a little bit. I don't think you have to change it, to be honest. It's a very good strategy on Haha's side, to be honest. But you may consider another thing. If you don't have your assassin, what would you do? I mean, the mechanics did a very good job with decoying the opponents. But once they lose the assassin, it gave me the same feel like I saw on the very first game. If you lose the archbishops, it seems like you have nothing to do. And with this kind of strategy, with using assassin, it feels like once you don't have your assassin, you have nothing to do. You sort of like got a mental block because one assassin died. So, and I think this should be resolved as soon as possible, because the fourth game will play an important role here. Any team that secure this point will have a very big moral boost. And let's see what will Haha do on the fourth game, because they don't change their strategy. They don't change the composition. But maybe they'll change the movement. How they execute this kind of composition. And for 5 elements, I still don't see any element of surprise. Well, if you use 5 elements name as your team name, I always expect something special. I always expect something surprising on their hands. But let's see, because the fourth game is up, and who will take the fourth point? Will it be 3-1 for 5 elements, or will it be 2-on-2 for Haha? And now it's a very chaotic game, but Haha securing the early game momentum by killing peoples from 5 elements. Almost every single player from 5 elements killed except the last archbishops. And it's a very big momentum for Haha side because they're leading 38 against 2. But the 5 elements, on the other hand, trying to find a counter attack, trying to do a revenge for what Haha did against them. But sadly, that kind of counter attack, that kind of revenge doesn't really give any big momentum for them. Terus ini turnamennya apa? Orang masih pengen pakai bahasa Inggris, tapi ya udahlah. But it's okay. Well, here, I'll keep using English to answer you, even though I would love to use Indonesia, but sadly I am bound to English broadcast, so I have to use English during this live stream on. So this is another event of Ragnarok Origin. So our Ragnarok Origin holds a 4 type of tournaments. With the very first one is Odin Cup. Odin Cup is like a guild versus guild war, and the 4th cup is tank players against lane players. And this is a very fair play tournament from Ragnar Origin. The Valkyrie Cup is 5 against 5 people. So each type of tournament holds a very different genre and a very different system. And the system that we see in here is haha, creating a chaos, not letting the Vibe elements, giving them an opportunity to do a counter attack of 50 against 20, even though Vibe elements already secured some revenge kills towards the haha players. But I don't think it's already enough. Because the point gap between them is already big. And they need to secure more kills. And they need to secure more flags also to lessen the gap. So let's go for 5 elements or let's go for haha. We never know because the 5 elements is specialized in comeback, like what we see on the third game. And the comeback happened once again by 5 elements player, leaving hahas behind. Even though the gap is still doable for hahas, and this is still a doable game for every single person in here. In this Valkyrie Cup 4th game, the 5 elements once again doing their magical thing, same like what they did on the 3rd game, and it leaves haha in a very hard position. The assassin keep doing killing here and there, but it's 5 elements who will close the 4th game and took the 3rd point to their hands. Congratulations to 5 elements, and it's 1 win away to secure the 3rd place match, the bronze match of today. Wow. At this point, I really want to see what will haha do. They did a very good job on the last 2 games. I mean, the way they create a situation, the way they create a conditioning towards the opponent is already well executed. But on the other hand, the moment that Vibe elements start to create an opening and abuse it, is already out of the hand of haha's players. This is a tournament for Southeast Asia. It's not just for Indonesian, so it will require every single countries in Southeast Asia to play. But for Valhalla, it will be different because we have another server, which is the Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Macau server. We call it East Asia server. And we still have the North America server, and they will collide together in one tournament, which called Valhalla. And that's the moment where we will see who will be the champion. Oh, I forgot the Asian Championship. Asian Championship consists of 2 regions, which is Southeast Asia and also the East Asia. The Southeast Asia region representative most of the time is from Thai, Philippines, and also Indonesia. Or on the other hand, for Asian Championship consists from 3 regions, 3 countries, which is Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. And congratulations for Vibe elements for securing the 3rd game and the 4th game, which give them 3 points. And these Archbishops really did a very hard job assisting his friends with the 16 assists without kill, without death, and then 2 flags taken. I mean the moment the last 2 games ended is always by the flag, and it is something that is missing on the haha side because they just keep focusing on killing here and killing there without considering how big the role of the flag itself. It's only Vibe elements who tried to secure points without killing too much. Yet killing the opponents is a very important thing, but securing flags is also can create a chaotic situation inside the opponents. Because who wouldn't be surprised to see the point gaps suddenly lessened in a very short gap? I would. And it's a nice try for Hahas because they failed twice to close the game. I mean it's almost doable for them to secure the third point. Hello everybody in this live stream. Sorry for not using my mother tongue language because I'm bound to the English broadcast, but I would love to say hello to every single person who gathered in here enjoying tonight with me, watching the bronze match of Valkyrie Cup. I mean, this 1-on-3 point situations between Haha and Vive Elements will give a big pressure on Haha's side because they need to do a reverse sweep if they want to secure the fourth place. Because basically, Vive Elements doesn't change their formation in every single game, but they did change their approach, and this is what's something. And this is something which more important, which is essential. It's okay if you can only use one kind of composition, but you need to know how to maximize it. I'm from Indonesia. Do you know I am too from Indonesia? I am too from Indonesia, but I'm sorry I couldn't answer you in Indonesia. I would love to, maybe later after the stream ends. Because I'm bound to English broadcast, so I have to speak English until the stream ends. Is Haha from Indonesia? Yes, Haha is from Indonesia. I forgot where Vive Elements 4 are from. I think it's either Thai or Philippines. As far as I know, only 2 teams from Thailand, and they already secured to the top 4, added to the grand final. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think Vive Elements is from Philippines, but Haha, indeed, it's from Indonesia. Let's start the fourth game. Both of them doesn't change the composition. Both woohoo, as useful, baby. Already chaos. But I think it's gonna be very different for Vive Elements if they want to secure the very last game to secure their win as the third place of this Valkyrie Cup Season 1. Let's go, Vive Elements? I don't think so, because Haha is trying to find a way how to get out from this mystery, but Vive Elements didn't let them go. 44 gets 2 points. And it's a very big gap for Haha to handle. They need to find a way, maybe securing flags, maybe utilizing the assassin, which I think is already a very big problem for Haha's side, because Vive Elements doesn't want to let this assassin do his job. They keep pushing, they keep practicing with a lot of damage, a high damage. And Haha's players separated each other, making it very easy for Vive Elements to bully every single player from Haha's side. And 6 points is already they got until right now. And 56 even is scored by Vive Elements in a very short time. They really want to secure this game. They really want to secure the win. Oh no, what will happen for Haha right now? And what will Haha do right now? Because the win is already far away. 19 against 12, maybe a little bit light is enough for them, but I don't think so. Because the bully from Vive Elements towards the Haha's players keep going on. And it's unbearable for Haha's players as we see the Livius as the only assassin from Haha's side getting down to the ground again and again, coming back from the death and trying to secure kills. But now it's time for the mechanics to do their job, and actually they're trying to find a way to secure kills, and it's going to happen because the point stops on the Half Element side, but the gap is too big, so it's going to be the win for Vive Elements as our third place winner. And nice try to Haha's player. But at least I see a very good game in here. Yeah, you can drop me a question. And it's a very big nice try for Haha. I mean. But the last game gave me a thrill feeling. So and that's one of the most good games that I've watched during this third place Valkyrie Cup. The second, I mean the third and the fourth game. Well, but the last three games, is just so good. I mean, I really love the comeback that Vive Elements did on the game 4 and also the third game. And the moment they actually know they're leading, they just abused it. They just go with full force and leaving Haha with no options except recovery and do the attacks. I mean, since the very first time, Haha is already put in a very hard position. They were separated each other. The assassin were bullied. Not to mention the merchant. The merchant also getting bullied really hard with Vive Elements player. And Kam once again become the MVP with 14 kills. He should have played a very big role in here. I started to think that Khan is actually the IGL from Vive Elements. If he is the IGL, I would like to give him 20 kudos, which from my 20 fingers, because I went to be able to get out from such a crisis. It's also proven that he has a very good leadership. Is there any Indo left? I don't think so. I think we need to see the bracket. Well, yeah, we don't have Indo representative because the last two Indonesian representative is Haha and Aha. And for the grand final, to be honest, I forgot which country is for what from. But I remember this Valkyrie Cup is from Thailand because their name is originally Thailand, the Thailand words. But I got a very unique info about what's the meaning behind this Thai good name. So they decided to change it to Valkyrie Cup. That's a trivia for you. And as the Vive Elements won the third place match of today, they will title the third place of Valkyrie Cup, and for Haha, they will title the fourth place of this Valkyrie Cup. And because I'm so happy to see these interesting matches, I decide to give you one more redeem code, and it's going to be Valkyrie Cup Season 1. Valkyrie Cup S1. You can just go copy paste it on your game, redeem it, and also enjoy your rewards to upgrade your character. Oh man, I love this. And in case you guys just joined my live stream and miss a lot of things that just happened in this third bronze match of Valkyrie Cup, I'll just wait a second, because I prepared a highlight for you. I prepared a highlight for you, and I think the highlight will be the end of my live stream. So I would like to say thank you to every single person who gathered here in this very short stream, to enjoy this bronze match of Valkyrie Cup. And the grand final of Valkyrie Cup itself will begin the night after tomorrow, and we will witnessing who will be the champion of Valkyrie Cup Season 1. So, I'm Abigail. Thank you so much for watching me, and don't forget to watch the grand final of Valkyrie Cup. We'll see you back again after the day after tomorrow. So, here's a little highlight to cheer up your day. Bye bye.